Very good evening, madam, and it's a pleasure to meet you. And thank you for making time for being here with me today amidst your busy schedule. You being the RA to the CEO of Meghalaya State Skill Development Society, and you've been in the recruitment field for a long time. I think it'd be nice to know more about it. So I would like to ask a couple of questions about it. Can we start with the questions, ma'am?
Yes, good evening, and please go ahead.
Yeah. So the first question is, what is the recruitment process of your company?
In our company, in our society, we recruit people for skill development purposes, and we do not have a standard process as saying, because depending on the process is that we identify the need. Actually, there is a process. We identify the need, what kind of a person we'd like to have on board to help us with projects or to help us with any kind of work that the society is handling at that point of time. And then we match the skill set, and then we make the terms of reference as to what is the job role, what is the kind of person, what kind of experience, what kind of qualification is required. Then we float an advertisement for the same, and then we invite applications. All applications are scrutinized. If they meet the eligibility criteria, then they are shortlisted. Then I would review the shortlisted persons, and then if there is uh, any exemption that has to be made in terms of qualification or in terms of age, because sometimes we when we advertise, we always make sure that we say that we may accept certain applications that do not meet the qualification or criteria in terms of age and qualification, because sometimes they might have relevant experience and we would like to see and meet that person if they would be suitable for our organization. So after that, we schedule the personal interview. And the personal interview is conducted by a panel of committee members, which we select from time to time, depending on the job role, so that these committee members also have the subject knowledge, so they can help us make the decision to have the right person on board. So this is the procedure that we have in recruiting a person.
Okay, so what about the eligibility, ma'am, of candidates?
As I had mentioned earlier, the eligibility of a candidate will depend on a job role. So if I'm looking for a data entry operator, definitely I would only look for younger people, uh, with the age limit of the normal age limit, like they have the Government of India norms up to 32, relaxable up to 5 years for FCST. And then if it is for a higher position, like a project manager, then the eligibility criteria would be higher. And then I would like to have an older person with more experience. So it depends on each job role, it changes.
What about the age limit, ma'am? So from what years to till what year do you take candidates?
We take candidates for lower level or mid-level jobs. We take the Government of India norms for the age limit. However, for higher management level jobs, we do not have an age bar. We do even take retired personnel.
Okay. So, like you talked earlier about reservation for SC and ST categories, are there any other reservations, ma'am?
We have to, we actually, when we do advertise, we do not advertise for so many posts at one time. So mostly it's probably for a job role, or maybe I'll need 3 people at the most for a particular job role. So there is no particular reservation required for less than, it's very less number of people.
What about the job experience, ma'am? So, did you need any job experience, or and if so, how many years, ma'am?
We do prefer people with experience, and all the time when we do advertise, we do prefer people with experience. However, if it is non non-clerical, non-grade 4 jobs, which we call here, we do not need any qualifications or experience in that matter. For a project manager, of course, I will need experience. Yeah.
And what about the time limit, ma'am? So, how long does it take the recruitment process? Maybe months or weeks,
Uh,
couple of days.
we usually give people a month to apply because we cannot just advertise and not give an opportunity to all. We feel that 30 days, 20 to 30 days is enough to invite applications. Post the application, we usually take in about a month's time. Everything is closed from, scrutinizing the papers and the personal interview to declaring of the results.
Okay, ma'am.
So net total, I would say about 2 months, and sometimes it might take longer, 3 months.
The max would be 3 months.
Yes, the max will be 3 months.
And what about the advertisement, ma'am? So how do the candidates know about it? Like, do you send them emails or do you posters or banners around?
No, because we are a government organization, so we follow strictly advertise in all the newspapers. We all the local newspapers we advertise. We also put up on our website and also the state portal, so people have access. And then we sometimes we float it around. Now with social media, we float it on WhatsApp and we tell people keep forwarding.
That means if
Yes,
the candidates want to apply, they can just easily go to the state portal and apply for the job.
yes, yes. All government jobs are advertised in the state portal.
And if suppose a candidate is accepted, so how long would be the
Mhm.
training or the vestibule period, ma'am, for a candidate?
We do not provide any training. As soon as you join, you start the job. There's no training. You learn on the job.
So and about the final decision, ma'am, so who makes it?
The committee makes the final decision as to who comes on board. So we have a score sheet, and then whoever scores the highest, and then the results are published immediately after the committee sits for the interview.
So is there like anyone on top there who makes final signature and approves the job or something?
Uh, for publishing the results, the committee does. So it means all the committee members saying. So finally, the CEO will sign off.
And about the so what kind of resources do you reference to stay current with recruiting trends during the pandemic, ma'am? What do you do like if you want to recruit someone during the pandemic?
Sorry, wait 1 minute. Can you just repeat the question?
What resources do you reference to stay current with
Mhm.
recruiting trends during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Um, uh, Primarily now, we have to see people who are with the current pandemic. Actually, we have not even hired anyone. We're trying to keep people on board. So since we are not a recruiting agency, and we have put some projects on hold, now if I do start the projects again, then I will have to see people who are one is medically fit, so that even if they have to travel, because our work will depend, it's mostly projects, so they will have to travel extensively throughout the state. So I need somebody who can travel and who can who's healthy and medically fit, so that they do not succumb to the COVID-19, or they do not catch the virus anywhere. Yeah,
That means you're not recruiting anyone at the moment, and you're trying to keep the uh, already the employees.
projects on hold.
Project. Okay. And so,
Yeah, we're not recruiting anyone yet, but we have already we will be recruiting by January. We will be recruiting, because things are going back to normal, and hopefully they will go back to
so
normal.
what if things don't go back to normal, ma'am? How would you recruit people? Whether through online meetings like this, or maybe something else?
Yes, we do not. You see, because applications are based, they can. We always take applications online and offline also. So we do not. There's no, you don't need to come and submit it in our office, even before the pandemic. And we've always conducted interviews over Google Meet or VCs for people for our, from outside the state. So it does not change actually now. It's just that if we do have a requirement of resources, manpower for a project or for the society, we will recruit as per there's no change actually. Because we have been doing VCs and offline and online applications.
Yeah, ma'am. So is there anything else you want to say, ma'am, about the recruitment? Or maybe recruitment in general?
Recruitment in general, I would like to put it forward here that everyone should follow their own recruitment policy. I agree, but there's one thumb rule that we should see that a person that we recruit should match the job role. There is no point of recruiting someone who does not match the job role or who does not have an inclination to that job role, who does not have interest. Even if you don't have the experience, but you have the interest to learn and you have the interest in that field, you will excel. But if you start, it happens a lot in government offices or in any office, somebody will come with a referral and saying, even in a private company, it happens that, an employee would say, oh, she's my cousin or she's my somebody, so, be lenient. And I would say, you should just choose somebody who's fit for the job. Then that way you get the job done.
And maybe you get
That's
better.
it. Yes, better productivity, better results, all that.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am,
Okay.
for the session. And it was a very informative session and will be very helpful for everyone, ma'am. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you and all the best. Thank you.
Welcome.